Gmail themes allow you to change the look and feel of your mailbox, so it will change the background, the text colors, fonts, and it really helps differentiate your different mailboxes. So I have many different Google Mail accounts, and I use different themes for each account so that I can quickly look at the web page and know which account I'm in. I don't always have to look up at the top to see what email address is here. So to turn on themes, select Mail Settings, and then select the Themes tab. It's usually the last tab. If you are a Google Apps user and you don't have the Themes tab, it means that your Google Apps administrator has disabled themes for your domain. So you may want to ask your administrator if that can be turned on, if that's something you want to use. So I'm just using the classic theme right now. I can turn on the steel theme. Notice when I select it, my background changes. The color here changes. The highlight color changes to gray. I can choose green sky. And so now green is used as the highlight color. Things look a bit different. Some themes are more elaborate, like cherry blossom actually changes the background theme to cherry blossoms. So we've got a lot of these based on kind of the general theme. Some of the Gmail themes actually require your location because the theme will change depending on the time of day and the weather. So if I scroll down, I see that my location is already set. I can change it by selecting change, and then I can put in a new city. My office is in Berkeley, so I'll set this as Berkeley since this is my work email. Now when I go into mail settings and I choose themes, I'm going to choose this tree theme. And so with this theme, this is a fun one. Notice the background is now a sky. When I scroll down at the bottom of my mailbox, I've got this tree. And let's see, it's about 11 o'clock right now, and there's still a little bit of fog, so it's not quite cleared up, but it's not raining, there's no wind. So that's why it looks partly sunny out here, and the tree is not shaking in the wind. If it was raining, I would actually see the tree was being rained on. So I like that one. That's a fun one. Also in mail settings and themes, there are some cartoon-like ones, so these are created by different Gmail designers. Also, Orcas Islands is a nice one. Each day you get a different theme background, which I like. You could also choose the random theme, and every day you'll have a random theme. So it looks like I got the beach theme. Great. So you can change your theme at any time. I think this is really helpful for differentiating mailboxes. Your theme will look like this. If you're using Google Apps for your domain and you've set a logo image for your domain, then the only thing that's different is that you'll have your logo image here, and some themes look better with different logo images. If you don't like any of the themes that Gmail has created, you can create your own theme, and you can choose colors and images that your company uses or your personal brand, or just colors that you like. So to create your own theme, select Mail Settings and then choose Themes. If you don't have the theme tabs, it means your Google Apps administrator has disabled themes. So then I'll select Create Your Own Theme, and a new window will open, and it shows me these various places on my mailbox. So I've got the background area, I've got the link area, I've got this text area, I've got the area here in the dark blue above my mailbox. Then here's where my different option buttons are, and then here is the mailbox content where it shows each conversation is aligned. So these are all areas that I can edit. So let's start with the background. I'm just going to click in the background area. I can change the background color. Maybe I want yellow for the lynda.com color. Then I can choose the text color for the main background. So notice this text here is black. If I were to choose red, it would change to red or blue or white. I'll change it back to black. And then there's the links. So how will links appear on the background? Right now they've got that blue color here. I could change this if I want. Maybe links will be white. I could also add my own custom color by selecting Add a Color. I can add the color code, or I can just choose a color from the palette here and it will update. I think I'm going to go back to just white though. And then I'll click Apply to apply that color. Now, if you'd like to use an image as a background, you can do that. Where it says Background Image, choose Select. If you've got photos in your Picasa web albums, you can select the photo, or you can choose upload a photo. I'm going to choose a file. I've got this lynda.com logo. So I will go ahead and upload that image. It can be a JPEG, a GIF, or a PNG file. And so there's the logo. I see it in the background. It looks like it's tiling horizontally. I could also have it tiled vertically. So now it is just going down the page back here. Or I could have it tile both ways. So it's tiling horizontally and vertically. Or I could choose off and it would just be repeated one time right there. I'll go ahead and choose both. Now when I click on the arrow again, I see my background has been updated. If I want to just leave it at this, I can just click save. If I'm really unhappy with what I've done, I can click reset. Then I can start going into these other areas and editing them. So again, I click on the arrow, I can choose the background. Maybe I want that to be black, text color, let's do white, and link color, let's do yellow. And so for all of these different areas, I just come in here, select the arrow, and then I can choose the background text, snippet, and link color. So I'll go ahead and click save so I can take a look at what I've done. Now I'll click close, and I see here is my new theme that I've designed. So this is a little busy for my taste with all of the images repeating in the background, and some of the white text is hard to see over the background. If you don't have a lot of design experience, you may want to just choose one of the design themes that have already been selected. But if you have more of a design sense and you want to create your own theme, you can do that by going to create theme. Again, if I want to turn off this theme or make changes to this theme, I'll choose mail settings, then themes. And so I can make changes to my custom theme by selecting create your own theme. Here is what I've got. I'm going to change that background now. I'm actually going to clear that image and I'll just leave it yellow. I need to make this full size so I see the save button, and then I'll close it so I don't have that background anymore. Or I can just say, hey, I'm not a designer. I'm just going to go with one of these original themes. How about this fun planets theme? And now I've got this fun planets theme. So that's how you customize your own theme. Now, you can only have one custom theme at a time. Unfortunately, once you have a custom theme, you can't save it and then create another one. So just be aware of that. Maybe a feature that's coming up soon where you can have multiple custom themes. As far as customizing the way conversations look in your mailbox, you have two different options. The first option is whether or not to show the snippets. So the snippet is this gray text here, which just shows about the first line or maybe the first 10 words of the email. So if you like to just see the first couple of words of an email, you want to keep your snippets on. That's this text here. Now, the more labels you have showing, the less you'll see of the actual snippet. The other customization is how many messages appear in your mailbox. So at most you can have 100 lines of messages. And then if you want to see older messages, you need to click older to see the next 100 lines of messages. And the reason you can't show more than 100 lines is for load time. So if you were to have 200 messages load, it would take longer for your mailbox to load. So to change how the conversations appear, go into your mail settings, and here where it says snippets, the default is that snippets are shown, but you can also select no snippets, so you just see the subject. So this is what it looks like without snippets. I get some space back here. And then we can decide how many lines of messages appear. So under maximum page size, I can have 25, 50, or 100. If you have a slower connection, you may want to choose 25 or 50 so that the page will load faster. I often get asked by people how they can change the position of some of the elements on the left-hand side of your mailbox. So some people want to move the labels or the gadgets over to the right-hand side. Unfortunately, at this time, the only piece that can be moved is the chat. So if you scroll down, I see that I can actually move my chat here, my chat box, to the right-hand side. And I do that by setting up a lab called Right Side Chat. So I'm in my labs area. I'm just going to search for it. There's so many labs, it's just easier to do a search. So I'll search for there it is, right side chat. I will enable this and I'll click Save Changes. Now, whenever I log into Gmail, it doesn't matter which computer, my chat is going to appear on the right-hand side. So there it is here. And this is great if you've got a normal size or a large size monitor. If you've got a very small monitor or display, having your chat on the right side may not be a good idea because then the size of the mailbox will shrink by a few inches. Now, not only can I change what appears on the right-hand side, I can also minimize some of these different elements. So if I want to minimize chat, I would just click on the collapse button, or I could expand it. This gives me my options right here, so I can choose the size of the chat list. So I can have a large chat list that will just show more people, or a very tiny chat list with just a few people. And then I can decide who shows up in my chat list as well. I've also, in my labels area, now I can't change how the labels display. So my system labels will display here and my personal labels will display here. These are in alphabetical order. If I need a label to be at the top of the list, I just put a character in front of it, like this @ symbol, and so it displays at the top of the list. I can also add numbers. Now I've got a few extras here. I have this Quick Links Lab, so I can press plus to expand it or the minus to make it smaller. Same with the calendar gadget, so I can collapse all of these, and then when I want to use them, I press the plus and it's expanded. And these elements will remain like this whenever I sign into my mailbox. If I want to then change it, again, I just click the collapse or expand. And right now I can't change the position. So the calendar gadget is always going to appear above the docs gadget, which will always appear below the Chuck Norris fact generator. And hopefully soon the mailbox theme will allow you to change the position of these other labs and gadgets. But at this point, the only gadget that can be put on the right-hand side is your chat.